My name is Michael Lowens. I'm 52 years old, and I've been married for 18 years. I live on the 12th floor of an old condo building on the outskirts of Seattle. With my wife, Lisa. Our son is away at college, living in a dorm. It hasn't been a bad marriage. No huge fights, no big scandals. We did our jobs, we were responsible. We raised our kid as best we could. But here's the thing. At some point, our relationship as a couple completely dried up. I honestly don't even remember the last time my wife and I were intimate. We weren't really husband and wife anymore. We were more like two co-workers sharing the same apartment. It was a Saturday night. Lisa was in the living room watching Netflix. And I was lying in bed, scrolling on my phone. That's when it started. From the other side of the wall, in the apartment next door 1204, I began to hear a strange sound. At first I thought it was just the TV. But it wasn't. There was a steady, rhythmic creaking of a bed, a man's low breathing, and a woman's voice, slowly rising in pitch. The moment I realized what it was, my heart dropped. Oh, that kind of sound. The kind of sound you don't hear much after a certain age, the kind of sound I hadn't heard in my own life for a very long time. Before I knew it, my body had turned toward the wall. The closer I listened, the clearer it became. A few minutes later, Lisa walked into the bedroom. Again? She sighed. They're so loud. These walls are paper thin and they're acting like it's a hotel. I avoided her eyes and muttered, "Yeah, well, they're young. What can you do?" That's what I said out loud. But in my head, I was thinking only one thing. What does that woman look like? A few days later, on my way to work, I saw a stranger standing by the elevator. Long brown hair, slim beige trench coat, a white mug in her hand. The door opened, she turned around, and smiled. "Oh, hi, I'm Emily. Just moved in next door 1204. Emily Parker." She looked like she was in her mid-30s. Calm, composed, the kind of woman you'd imagine reading a book in a coffee shop on a rainy Seattle morning. I smiled back. "Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, from 1203. We stepped into the elevator. A short silence. "Do you live with your husband?" I asked. She nodded lightly. "He's in Portland most of the time. He's on a project there." Then she added, "He only comes up on weekends." Weekends. I didn't say anything more. I didn't have to. I already knew what that word meant. A few days later, I was walking past a small flower shop near our building when I saw her again. Through the window, Emily was arranging a bouquet. Above the door, the sign read, "Bloom in Harbor." I stood outside for a moment, watching her. Then I opened the door. "Hi there, welcome," she said. Then did a small double take when she recognized me. "Oh, you're from 1203, right?" "Yeah," I replied, trying to sound casual. "I just thought I'd buy some flowers for my wife." That's what I said, but I knew very well these flowers weren't really for my wife. They were my excuse to get closer to the woman next door. While she was wrapping the bouquet, I finally spoke up. "There's actually something I wanted to mention." Her hands paused for a second. "This building's pretty old," I said. "The soundproofing isn't great. Sometimes, on weekend nights, things get a little loud through the wall." Emily's face flushed red in an instant. I had no idea. "I'm so sorry. I really didn't realize it was that loud." "It's okay," I said quickly. "I'm not here to complain or anything. I just thought you should know." I paid for the flowers and walked out. And as I left, I realized something unsettling. Even that awkward, embarrassing conversation was strangely exciting to me. After that, I started coincidentally passing by the flower shop more often. Sometimes I'd just look through the window. Sometimes I'd go in. One evening, we ended up in a coffee shop nearby, sitting across from each other, with two mugs between us. The conversation drifted deeper than usual. 18 years of marriage, Emily said. "What's that like?" I thought for a moment. "Honestly," I said, "at this point we don't really see each other as man and woman anymore. We're just family, teammates, two people running the same household." She listened quietly, then spoke. "I know what you mean. My husband's not a bad person. But sometimes I wonder if we're really a couple, or just a pair of partners sharing a life. Something shifted between us in that moment. It wasn't physical, not yet, but the air between us was no longer the same. On a rainy Seattle evening, we were sitting again in the corner of her flower shop. The sign was flipped to closed. The lights were dim. The streets were quiet. Emily broke the silence first. "Remember what you said?" she asked. "About the sounds on weekend nights." Her cheeks were already turning pink. "To be honest," she continued, "I kind of knew. I mean, it's just one wall between us. Of course someone would hear eventually." She took a breath. "But at some point, knowing that someone might hear, made me feel more alive, like I still existed as a woman, not just somebody's wife." I exhaled slowly. "I get that," I said. "When I hear it, I can't sleep right away. Not because I'm angry, but because it wakes up feelings I thought were gone for good." We didn't look away from each other. From that night on, we both knew something we couldn't unknow. We had seen each other's loneliness. We had named it, and the line between us was starting to blur. One Thursday evening, I got a text from Emily. "I'm closing early today. Do you think you could stop by just for a bit?" I didn't go home. I went to the shop. Most of the lights were off. Only a warm lamp glowing in the back. Emily was dressed more casually than usual. An oversized knit sweater, black leggings, hair down over her shoulders. "Is it okay if we talk a little longer today?" she asked. We talked about our marriages, about nights spent alone, about the versions of ourselves we'd buried under routine. The conversation got slower. The pauses got longer. Our eyes stayed on each other a little too long. At some point, words just stopped. There was a silence that asked a question. I reached out. So did she. First, our hands touched. Then, our lips. That night, in the small room behind the flower shop, we remembered what it felt like to be wanted. Clothes came off. Breaths tangled. We held on to each other, like people afraid of waking up. For the first time in a very long time, I wasn't hearing anything through a wall. I was right there, in the same room, with the woman I'd been imagining. We both knew we were crossing a line we couldn't uncross, and we didn't stop. The next morning, I went home. The face in the mirror looked like me, but somehow it didn't. After that, we only met on weeknights, never on weekends. Weekends were when her husband came home. We even made rules, like some messed up contract. Only when he's out of town. Only at the shop or her place. Never talk about leaving our families. But rules don't stop feelings from shifting. One night, I was lying in my own bed, when I heard it again. The sound from next door. This time, it was Emily and her husband. I stared at the ceiling. My jaw clenched. Jealousy, anger, emptiness, all mixed together. And then, for some reason, Lisa's face came to mind. I thought of something terrible. Why should they be the only loud ones? That night, for the first time in a long time, I was the one who reached out to my wife. Lisa was startled, then genuinely happy. She laughed nervously, asked if everything was okay. If something had changed. I already knew, just like I had heard them. Emily would be hearing us now. That thought, as twisted as it sounds, fueled me. It was ugly. It was wrong. But it was real. Time went on. One Friday night, we were lying side by side in her bed, when Emily asked, "Michael, do you love me?" I didn't answer right away. "Let me be honest," I said. "I like you. I feel alive when I'm with you. But I don't know if that's love, or if it's just desire that's been bottled up for years." Finally spilling out, Emily closed her eyes for a moment, then nodded. "I feel the same," she said quietly. "When I'm with you, I don't feel lonely. But if you asked me if I'd leave my husband for you." She let the sentence fade. We both knew the answer. That night, we understood. Whatever this was, it was not some grand, tragic love story. It was something else. Something real, but not romantic enough to burn our entire lives down for. It was desire, loneliness, two people reaching for warmth, across a line they shouldn't have crossed. Emily said she needed time. I stopped going to the flower shop. My phone stayed quiet. About 2 weeks later, I ran into a man in the hallway. "Hey there," he said, holding a cardboard box. "I'm David, from 1204. Emily's husband." He looked like a normal guy. In his early 40s, tired eyes, work clothes. "Michael," I replied, "from 1203. Nice to finally meet you." We made small talk, nothing more. Then he said something that stuck with me. "You know, ever since we moved here, Emily's been lighter, happier, she laughs more. Feels like maybe this move was good for us." His words hit me harder than I expected. That night, when I got home, Lisa was waiting for me. "Michael," she said, "you seem different lately." My heart skipped. "Different how?" I asked. "I don't know," she said. "We talk more. You look at me when I'm speaking. We haven't done that for years." She reached for my hand. "Thank you," she said. "For trying. For still being here with me." In that moment, it hit me. All that aliveness I thought I'd found with the woman next door. It had pushed me, somehow, to finally look back at my own marriage. To see what was broken. And what maybe wasn't. A few days later, I ran into Emily in the hallway. "Can we talk?" she asked. We went down to the lobby and sat on a bench near the window. Emily spoke first. "I've been talking a lot with my husband," she said. "About us. About why we drifted. About whether we can fix it." "And?" I asked. She took a breath. "I realized something. When I met you, I thought what I wanted was someone new. Someone different." She looked at me and continued. "But the more I thought about it, the more I realized it wasn't a new person I wanted. I wanted the oldest back. The version of our marriage before we gave up on trying." I nodded slowly. "I get it," I said. "Because somehow, being with you made me look at Lisa again. Really look at her. And at myself." We both laughed a little. A tired, honest laugh. "So is this it?" Emily asked. "Is this the end of whatever this is?" "I think it has to be," I said. "But I don't regret it." "Me neither," she replied. "You didn't just tempt me, Michael. You woke me up. And I think I needed that." We said goodbye, not like lovers torn apart. More like co-conspirators, who had reached the finish line of something they both knew couldn't last. Epilogue 6 months later. 6 months have passed. Every now and then, I still hear sounds from the other side of the wall. But now, I don't feel jealousy or excitement. I just smile to myself. Looks like they're doing okay. Next to me, my wife is sleeping. We've been together for 18 years. These days, we cook together on weekends, go for walks, argue about silly things, and talk more than we have in a long time. It's not perfect. Some days are boring. Some days are tense. But now I know something important. The answer was never someone new. It was whether I was willing to turn back toward what I already had. That brief, dangerous flame beyond the wall didn't give me a new life. It showed me the value of the life I already had. Ending. One wall between us. Sometimes, you have to cross a forbidden line to see the truth clearly. But the truth isn't always where you thought it would be. I found my way back to my wife through an affair with the woman next door. Ironically, that's what it took for me to finally realize I hadn't lost everything. I had just stopped looking. And now, I'm looking again.